everyone, welcome to this week's Halton Hills housing update. So I have November's numbers to report as well. I missed last week, so we're gonna have a 2-week recap here. So looking at what happened in November versus last November. So in November of 2024, we sold 64 units and our average price was $1,023,000. In November 2025, we sold 53 units, so we're down 11 units. But we managed to hold on a little bit with our average pricing. So our average pricing was $1,011,000. So we are not far off our pricing from last year, which is actually great news because this year has not been such a great story. So for our average price to be not far off, that is great. And I mean, they had 64 sales. This year we had 53. There was 184 active listings last November, whereas we're sitting well over 200 for most of this November. So I'm going to take the 53 units as well as the million plus average pricing because that really could have softened very easily. So now let's look at what has happened the last few weeks in Halton Hills. So sales have been relatively good. They are steady. They've not completely dropped off. So over the course of the last 2 weeks in Georgetown, we had 17 sales. So that is not that bad. There was 7 sales and then 10 sales. And the good news is there was only 15 new listings. So we are not seeing a ton of new properties hitting the market, which is exactly what we need this time of year. We need sales to still continue. We're not expecting anything crazy, but 15 new listings is really over the course of 2 weeks, basically, so 7.5. That is a number that we need to continue. We need low new listings. Acton had 4 sales, 2 and 2, and then they had 2 new listings. So again, same thing. We're having sales and our listings are not outpacing the sales. Glen Williams saw 2 sales over the last 2 weeks and no new listings. Same story, very exciting. And the rural market saw 3 sales and only 1 new listing. So again, the same story. So just given the year we've had, I was a little worried that what if this trend doesn't hold, but exactly what normally happens this time of year is happening. So yay. One of the other things that's helping inventory right now is our termination. So we still have properties that are relisting. So we had 12 properties over the last 2 weeks that have relisted at a lower price, but we had 18 properties exit the market. This is absolutely huge. This is exactly what normally happens, and this is what we need to happen to kind of reset our inventory going into the new year. So 18 properties coming off the market is awesome because you pile that on to more sales than listings and our inventory is really coming down. So looking at active listings, we are down significantly. 2 weeks ago, we were at 231. We are down to 204 active listings. This is awesome. We are almost under that 200 mark. Like I said, it would be amazing if we could start the new year around 140, 150 with Georgetown sitting around 70. That would be a dream world. Right now, the other markets outside of Georgetown are dropping quicker than Georgetown, but I'm still holding out hope for December here. So Georgetown went from 132 active listings down to 120. So that is a significant reduction and it will only compound through December. Our price points under 800,000 dropped significantly from 26 to 17 active listings. The only price point to go up, 800 to $1 million, went up from 37 to 40. This also had to do with some million plus properties reducing underneath that million mark, but that price point is actually up. There are so many good houses to buy in that pocket. I'm telling you people, I think we are near the bottom of this. All the signs with where interest rates are and everything that's happening, we should be in for a really strong 2026. We could be at the bottom. If you have extra money, I would be looking if you could buy properties between that 800 and million because there are some really nice properties to be bought. 1 to 1.5 million is down from 53 to 47 and 1.5 million plus remained the same at 16. Acton this week dropped from 26 to 23 active listings. So again, we're seeing drops there and that is really good news for Acton because they were sitting 35 to 40 listings for months and months and months and nothing was moving. So that is great news. Glen Williams also is down significantly for the Glen. down from 12 to 9 active listings. So things are coming down there. And the big drop was also in the rural market, where it dropped from 61 to 52 active listings. Rural has been hammered with inventory this year, not a lot moving. So 52 active listings is a big win for the rural market. We do want to see that come down a lot more, but it is showing people are exiting the market. The market is not giving sellers anything great right now. So if you don't need to be selling, just get off the market for a little bit. I mean, when we look back 2 years ago, we know that there were people that, so spring of 2024, that had come off in our bad market of fall of 2023 and then ended up coming back on like March-ish of the following spring market, and they got the same, if not more than what they were listed at. So that's just not happening for sellers right now. Overall, I am happy with these numbers. I think that our pricing held relatively strong year over year compared to where it could have gone given the year we've had, and seeing how many price reductions we're seeing and seeing how many deals people are getting right now on houses. I think that seeing sales continue is a really good sign that we are seeing a good amount. We're seeing more sales the last few weeks than we saw some of the months through the summer. So I think the buyers are out right now, and that is a good sign going into 2026. Overall, happy with this week. We are trending to do exactly what we normally do in December. We should continue as we get closer to Christmas to see that inventory coming down even more. So we will be back next week to see how our December pans out. Have a great week, everyone.